My name is Venkat. I'm a founder director at my CFO. Today's topic of discussion is should you be starting your own enterprise? This video is directed at all of you professionals who are currently holding corporate jobs and who are possibly thinking of taking the plunge and starting your own business. So I wanted to share with you, based on our experience of having worked with successful professionals who sometimes have been successful entrepreneurs and sometimes have not been very successful entrepreneurs, as to what are the three things that you need to check out before you decide to take the plunge. The first thing you need to be careful about is whether this is indeed your long-term passion. Is this what you aspire to do long-term in your life? Or are you being somewhat short-term and opportunistic and tactical in your thinking? The second thing that you need to think about is what happens if you make no money out of the business in the next 5 years' time. Do you think you will have the financial and the mental stamina to last out this phase? And the third thing that you need to think about is what kind of business are you trying to build? Are you building a lifestyle business or are you building a business to monetize it? So let's take the first one. What is your long-term motivation? Very often what we find is professional managers who are extremely successful in running companies in their capacity as CXOs, they tend to get very objective about decision making. They look at a short-term opportunity that presents itself and they're thinking, hey, this is a great thing that I could be doing. This will take care of my financial needs for the next 6 months, next 1 year. This is an anchor client of mine that I know very well. So let's go ahead and take the plunge. I think, while that's kind of tactically sounding okay, you got to think about whether long term, is this really kind of what you want to get into? You got to understand that running an enterprise is like running a marathon, but at the speed of a 100-meter dash. So you got to be able to keep your stamina for a very long period of time. And financial satisfaction is only one of the parameters that will help you to get there. What's even more important is the fuel of entrepreneurship, the adrenaline rush that it gives you. If you're not able to maintain this passion over a period of time, then chances are that you probably won't get there. The second thing that most professionals really miss out on is the satisfaction of getting a fat paycheck in your bank account at the end of each month. It's a wonderful feeling, when you get 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 8 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever you're currently getting paid, to have the safety of that cash flow that is going to come in on the 30th or 31st of every month, regardless of how your company is doing. But once you're on your own, forget about your own financial security, you're now beginning to lose sleep over how to pay your employees' salaries. So is that a feeling that you can live with? Are you willing to have sleepless nights, not worrying about your own financial future, but possibly the financial future of the team members who are kind of working with you? This is easier said than done. A lot of us think when we are in jobs that we can take the financial plunge, the financial risk. What we miss out on is the comparatives that most of us tend to draw with fellow professionals. All of us think about, I am MBA so-and-so batch, I am CA so-and-so year pass out, and we draw subconsciously comparisons with how our peers are doing. As long as you're in a well-paid job, you don't feel so bad about yourself because you're kind of saying that, look, I'm there in the top 5 percentile, 10 percentile of the population. But the moment you're on your own, that entire safety net is gone. So is that something that you can live with? Can you live by traveling economy and not business? Can you live by making your own bookings on Make My Trip and not have a PA do it for you? These are things that you need to answer for yourself before you decide to take the plunge. The third aspect that you need to think about is what kind of business are you looking to build? You've got two choices. Either you decide to build a lifestyle business where you are largely a one-man show, your earnings depend on whether you turn up for work or not. These kind of businesses are extremely profitable businesses. They are very strong in cash flows. What they're not great on is the ability to scale up revenues. So you will do well for yourself, you will take home enough money, but probably you don't have a monetizable idea in the sense that it won't really scale up to a point where an investor would get interested in you. The second kind of entrepreneur is a person who's willing to take on more financial risk himself by possibly starving himself of cash maybe in the first 1 to 3 years of business. Now, these kind of entrepreneurs are not looking for a lifestyle choice. They are looking to work very hard. They're looking to scale up their revenues. They're not necessarily worried about the bottom line or the cash flow, but they're building a business that they can look to sell to a strategic investor or a financial investor at some point in time. So think about what is your motivation. Do you want to be a lifestyle entrepreneur or do you want to build a scaling up business? So to quickly summarize, if you are a highly paid professional and you're looking to take the plunge and become an entrepreneur, think about three things. One, is this a tactical short-term thinking on your part, or is it truly a long-term passion to set up your own enterprise? Second, are you willing to live without the financial security for an extended period of time? Say the next 3 years you don't get a single rupee from the business. Will you be able to sustain yourself? And the third question that you need to ask yourself is, what kind of business are you building? A lifestyle choice or a monetizable, scalable idea? That's it from us today. Thanks. Bye-bye.